What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, today we got a grocery haul, so stick with us and let's go through what I eat in 1 week.
I could really change your life, baby. Hella rich and I'm hella wavy. Hella thick, yeah, she hella cakey.
Alright, you guys, so first and foremost, we're going to start off with the protein section, my meats. And one of the staples that I like to go with is Italian seasoned ground turkey, and that's by Jenny O. So I normally go with about 3 to 4 packets because remember, it is for me and Gracie. Normally we do a seasoned chicken just because we like the seasoning. It's nothing crazy. I think it's like paprika, turmeric, something like that, but it's real good. Nothing extra that's really needed or anything extra that's going to add any calories into our diet and our nutrition plan. Because for me myself, I'm on 2,000 calories a day, which seems like a lot, but it's honestly not. And it goes by very quick, especially if you're adding a whole bunch of additional sauces and things like that. Next, the staple, we go with the chicken breast. And pretty much for the chicken breast, I cook this with, what the heck is it? Garlic, salt, and pepper, and that is it. I keep my stuff simple, plain, and nothing too crazy. Same thing with the salmon that's underneath this. I'm going to cook that the same way and have that way. I don't like to put too much seasonings, too much sauces, or anything like that on any of my meals or anything, okay? So real simple, real plain. Like I said, the only thing that's out of the ordinary here is just the chicken breast, and that's just because it's seasoned, and that's because we like the way it's seasoned. Alright, that's it for the meats. Let's move on. Alright, so next thing we're going to go over are going to be my carbohydrates, okay? So as you can see, we got a couple throughout here. I'll start off with what I normally have for breakfast. So normally I go with a half cup of oats. That's just Quaker oatmeal, old-fashioned oats there. And then something I've just started doing is the Kodiak cakes. And that's just because it helps me hit my protein requirement for the day. Because these are, even though it is, you know, carbohydrate, it has 30 grams of carbs, but then it's also going to have 14 grams of protein in there. So even though you're not really thinking about it, it doesn't taste like protein, you're not considering it as a protein, there is a good amount of protein in here compared to like Eggos or anything like that, which I think have maybe like 4 grams or 5 grams. I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, on to the next. We go with Dave's Killer Bread, and I just personally like this. The macros are going to be a little bit better. I'll read them off to you guys. So calories, 110, total fat 1.5 grams, carb 22 gram, protein 5 grams. So again, not that crazy source of protein, but it's still pretty good and decent, better than most bread. Next for carbohydrates, tortillas. I don't have these too often, but I do like to keep them there. Eggs, tortillas, you know, whatever it is that I want with tortillas. Like I said, that's kind of just, I'm not having that all the time. My staple is mainly going to be my oatmeal, and then the Power Flapjacks by Kodiak Cakes. Outside of that, carbohydrate wise, we do have things like ice cream bars that are going to be really good in macronutrients. So this brand's going to be Yasso. Gracie already ate these, that's why the bottom is open. So there, that brand. I don't know if you guys can see it, if it focuses in, Yasso. These are actually really good. So these are yogurt, made out of yogurt, so that's why they're going to have a little bit more protein, less carbohydrates. And honestly, you'd think that they taste horrible, but they do not. They actually taste really good. So moving on to what's left on the table, and it's mainly going to be snacks. So when you guys are going over your nutrition plan, and you know, if you guys have watched any of my past videos, I always say write down what you're eating. And I guarantee you, if you were to write down what you're eating right now on a piece of paper, track it on MyFitnessPal, which is what I recommend, and you're going to find out that a lot of your snacks are going to be very high in carbohydrates. So let me show you some good alternatives. So we have cottage cheese, which is going to be a good source of protein. We have Think protein bars, which have been my favorite as of lately. And then PB2 for shakes or anything like that I do. Another snack that I like to do is just a little bit of this meat and a tortilla or one slice of bread, And then these guys right here are lifesavers, and I honestly just started this about last month. The spicy Thai chili tuna. Okay, so I honestly was just eating tuna out of the cans, and I'd mix it with like sriracha or something, but this tastes way better, really high in protein and a good snack. Maybe you just finished a meal or something like that, you're like, man, I'm not quite full, I need a little extra or whatever. Those are really, really good. Bumblebee tuna. What's left on the table as far as protein goes, like I said, a snack, maybe I'll have a little bit of, have a scoop of protein with some milk. And this is Fairlife. I don't know if you guys have ever had Fairlife before, but I have to have it because I'm lactose intolerant and I still like milk, so it honestly doesn't taste any different. The only difference is it doesn't mess up my stomach, so I'm all good there. Now outside of that, the last thing we have on the table is egg beaters. Pretty much the same macros as egg whites. You can do either or. Honestly, I like this just because the consistency is better. It's more fluffy, as to where if you have egg whites are very like, they're just not fluffy at all. They don't taste very good or enjoyable. Same macros as egg whites, same everything, calories, protein, carb, all that stuff is the same, sodium, everything. The only difference is the consistency. Once you make that, it's just more fluffy, and it tastes really good with cholula or tapatio or whatever it is that you guys have. I think that's it. I think I didn't go over the eggs, but eggs, of course, you know, I'll have my whole egg sometimes, or sometimes I'll do 1 or 2 whole eggs with a half cup of the egg beaters or whatever it is, whatever I want to measure out so I can hit my macros for the day. And that's it. Pretty simple. Normally this will last me and Grace for about 1 week. If we'll double up on anything, it's going to be the protein, or you know, we'll add in a protein shake just to supplement our protein goal for the day, for the week, etc. And honestly, all of these groceries right here is going to run you about $150, so $125 to $150 depending on where you go. We go to Vons out here in LA, but if you go to like a Winco or somewhere else, I'm pretty sure you can get all this stuff. Maybe not the name brand stuff for a little bit cheaper, and you know, so you can cut your bill in half. But it honestly beats having to go out or eating out all the time, which if you guys follow me on my personal IG page, I do anyways. But starting to get strict with the diet, starting to dial in and take more control over my you know, macros and making sure I hit each macronutrient as close as I possibly can. This is what it's going to look like for me. This is not necessarily something you guys have to follow, but this is just what I do for the week. This is something I do to keep myself accountable. It's already there. Like I said, easy options, protein bars, snacks, you know, and it's just all good stuff that is going to help you hit your goal at the end of the day. Honestly, the only thing that I don't have in here that I would say is another staple is white rice, and that's because we put it in a different container already. I didn't feel like bringing it out, but white rice is another thing, not brown rice. I honestly feel like over the years of, you know, even way back when I competed at 17, 18 years old, I feel like I just digested white rice. I know you guys hear everybody say that, but honestly, for me, it works. I can eat it, and it just digests better for me. But anyways, that's it. If you guys have any other questions or need help setting up a diet / meal plan for yourself, hit us up at rvmp_training_ and shoot us a DM, or you know, leave some comments, like, subscribe, all that good stuff for more information and content regarding nutrition. But peace out. Thank you guys.
I'ma put her in a new Mercedes. I could really change your life, baby.